Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. As most of you know, I am Dr. John Wadetsky. I graduated Audi cum laude from Johns Hopkins University, and I've spent the last 21 years studying at the Sloan Kettering Research Institute for cranium adorning implements. Now, why am I here, you may ask? Well, it's simple. I believe most of you have a meager understanding of typical hat wear, but I believe even this meager understanding is all wrong. Now let's start where most of us start out on our road for cranium ornaments. The hat. This simplistic yet geniusly designed form of apparel is not only functional and practical, but is the foundation for all headwear. And it fulfills two primary objectives. One, keeping the sun out of your eyes. And two, keeping the sweat out of your eyes. Now, even though the hat is geniusly engineered, there has to be different forms of a hat and different substratas. That brings me to the helmet. A helmet is simply a hat re-engineered for the user's safety. Now, notice though, even though it's different, it still fulfills the two primary objectives that a hat is supposed to fulfill: keeping the sun out of your eyes and keeping the sweat out of your eyes. But it's still a hat. And this brings me to my ultimate point of this whole talk, and it's where our understanding could grow so much more. A sweatband is just a half hat. Now, I know what you may be saying. No, doctor, no. Okay? The sweatband isn't even a hat. Or actually, a visor's what a half hat is. Let's address that latter one first. Take a visor. It's just a hat. It just has a hole in it. If you take a cream-filled donut, it's still a donut. And a donut just has a hole in it. But it still fulfills its primary two objectives: blocking the sun out of your eyes and keeping the sweat out of your eyes. But a sweatband is different. A sweatband adorns your cranium in the same way a hat would, but it only fulfills one of the primary objectives, and it does it exclusively. Of course, keeping the sweat out of your eyes. Now there may be, of course, functional times where this is necessary and practical, but it's still just a half hat. Now, I know what you may be saying. I already know. You're catching on, you're getting smart, and you're saying, okay, John, okay, doctor, if the sweatband is just a half hat, that would mean a bandana is just a half hat. No, a bandana is not a half hat, and let me explain why. The cloth that makes up most bandanas isn't great at absorbing sweat. And the original creations of the bandana's purpose was not to ordain the cranium. Therefore, not a half hat. It is an undisputable fact that the sweatband is the runt of a whole swath of geniusly engineered hats. Masquerading in our culture, it is an imposter that only fulfills one of two requirements that make up its whole existence. The sweatband is a half hat. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Dr. John out.